Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Via Gem Oracle. It's just Mimi, and I'm back with another dream download. So I was trying to get my thoughts together. I got up only like an hour ago after being up all night with y'all. The time now is 11:24, and I got off of here at like 6:30-ish, 7 o'clock this morning. So literally, I was on with y'all like all night. But when I went to sleep for those few hours, which I'm going back, I had a dream download of I was either, yeah, I was like the girlfriend or something like that of, or no, I wasn't the girlfriend. I was looking through the vessel of someone else, but I couldn't see that person's vessel. I want to say it was a feminine energy. So it was like two females. And there was one female where she was being like not really a club promoter, but doing the same things that like a club promoter would do. Cardi B was in the dream. Cardi, I wasn't interacting with her like that, but like her people. Excuse me. There was like an event and she was there. And it was like, if Cardi's there, of course, it's going to be like some luxury lifestyle people. But I don't know what kind of event this was. All I know is Cardi had to make an appearance. It wasn't like no club scene. It seemed like some Four Seasons type hotel-ish, but it wasn't a hotel. It was like a auditorium type thing for events. Anyway, me looking through the eyes of this other person that was interacting with the girlfriend, whoever that girlfriend was, I don't know their dynamic, but she felt like a girlfriend to whoever I was looking through. They had a conversation previously, and through the mind and the eyes of the person that I was in, and again, this is a dream. So through the mind and the eyes of that person had thought about, their girlfriend told them something at this event, and they looked all scared and disheveled. So when they looked all scared and disheveled, this person is asking the girlfriend what's going on. And the girlfriend's like, well, you remember when I talked to you about this and I told you that I was going to do this and you started laughing and stuff? And then the person I'm talking through, I was like, yeah, I remember when you said that, but I thought you was playing. Please tell me you didn't do that. And then she was like, but yeah, babe, I did it and blah, blah, blah. I did it, but I thought it was the right thing to do at the time, and we needed the money fast and we needed to get this done and blah, blah, blah. And the person, like I felt, the person that I was in, I felt their like whole life, like their heart, their stomach just sunk down to their toes type feeling. They was in complete awe. They had an epiphany moment. They reflected back to that moment they had that conversation thinking that person was playing and that person was very serious, and they don't understand why, because it was the dumbest idea ever. So when I was listening to what they were saying, they did. Basically, they used someone else's identity to secure the bag. The reason why I'm bringing out this card is because I was just doing something on the phone and I decided to shuffle a few cards just to see what'll pop out. And because I guess I was stalling too long for spirit to say this dream downloading, I'm sorry, spirit, but because I stalled too long, it came out what happened in that dream. So basically, first card out was divine intervention. Someone's going through a divine intervention right now about their luxury lifestyle, which is sideways now. So someone knows that they're about to lose their luxury lifestyle. Sugar coated is sideways because, and this is how this came out in this order. I didn't pick these out the deck. Sugar coated came out sideways, and that's because someone is hearing the raw, authentic truth. No sugarcoating it, because that girlfriend energy was petrified, but they made that decision. But the person who I was looking through, whether male or female, but there was more in like a feminine energy, but it could have been a male. But there was more in like a feminine energy because they was being nurturing and caring to those around them. Like I said, it was more like there was like a club promoter type energy. So they was directing people. They was talking and interacting with Cardi B's people that was there. They was like, you go this way, you bring Cardi this way, and it was like, have a nice day, Cardi. And but so they was interacting with all the celebs and stuff. This was an event that had more than just Cardi. But at the time that I was in that dream or whatever, for me, it was Cardi B. So I don't know what other celebrities was there, but I seen Cardi. Um, so it was someone that was in that luxury lifestyle dealing with celebrities and stuff. But their job happened to be like a promoter, or like not promoter, but like a, I don't know that job title, where they're making sure everything's running smoothly, like a manager of everything. So after sugar coated sideways, red flags. Someone was realizing that with this divine intervention, the reason why they're losing their luxury lifestyle is because they ignored the red flags of a rebound and how they secured the bag that they had, because they was on hustle mode and they know that they got to let it go because it was a situationship and they got to give their self closure. So, and these is all fell in order like this, by the way. So someone's realizing that someone secured the bag, yeah, but they didn't secure it in the right way. They used someone else's information to get it. And the reason why they were scared was because they know the authorities is after them, and whoever they got the resources to be able to steal someone's identity and get away with it for so long, they got them after them too. So this person, like in a panic, showed up to the person's job that I was looking through. That's why I said I can't tell if there was male or female. It just felt like a nurturing energy, like they had balance. If it was a man, he had his emotions in check. He was balanced. And him being the partner of her, she got him caught up in some mess that he was innocent with. What I was feeling from this dream, he was innocent because she said it. But you know how if people is like drinking one day or they just vibing and chilling and a friend cracks a joke or whatever like that, you think they're playing because y'all lit and all of that. But that other person was dead serious. So like I feel for whoever I was feeling. I definitely feel for whoever I was feeling, because whoever that girlfriend energy was, she should have been smarter. You don't jeopardize not even your own, but you don't jeopardize someone you supposedly love and that you want to be in a relationship. You don't do unwise things like that to jeopardize their freedom. You telling them that ahead of time can get them caught up, because then if you actually do it, but they wasn't a part of you actually doing it, but you told them previously, and if you in that type of lifestyle and you're already being monitored, it'll make it look like that you're included. Now, who knows if the girlfriend energy, because I wasn't looking through their mind to feel what they was feeling, so I don't know. But they could have just been running to the person in the dream for safety, for protection. But I get the feeling that that type of energy like that, what I was just feeling right then and there, that type of energy, if you don't end up giving them protection or all of that and sympathy, they go from 0 to 100 real quick, to where they be like, oh, so you're not going to help me? Well, I'm going to blackmail you and blah, 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 because you was there when I was talking about it. They do grimy stuff like that. But again, they have to understand that that person wasn't present when that person was actually doing it. And that if that person was being monitored, they will hear the context of what really happened. They have specialists and stuff to evaluate those tapes and all of that, recordings, if someone was being monitored ahead of time, to see if that person really believed it, if they was going along with it, or if you just having casual conversation and you trying to set them up. That's like some of those tactics of like those setup queens and stuff like that. Oh yeah, trust me, the Most High is exposing all of them tricks. There will be no more of that. We lost too many greats because of that. So nah, their time is up. But, and that's what it felt like in this dream. I was so glad I woke up, because I felt the pain with that person that I was looking through. I felt that pain. And yes, I felt the pain of the girlfriend energy as well, but they did know better. It's just they let their jealousy and envy of whoever's name that they took, because that was personal. The amount of stuff that they did when she was running it down to that person, because I heard bits and pieces, but you know how when you're so in awe of what someone's telling you, and you kind of like black out, but you're still there in disbelief, when you hear all the things they did using that person's name, you all I kept hearing was, "Are you serious? Are you serious? You're serious. Are you serious?" And it was like, "I can't do this right now. I'm at work." And it's like, "Are you serious?" No, that person was mad tight. I'm not gonna lie. That person was mad tight. And that person kept trying to, the girlfriend energy kept trying to follow them to where they got to the slide-in double doors when Cardi and her people was going out to the car, because I literally seen Cardi and her people go out to the car. The person, it was almost like he was security. He might have been security. So not management, because I knew it didn't feel like promoter thing, but like it was like the head person. So like head security, where they're making sure the client gets like safely to their car and stuff, making sure everything runs smoothly. It was kind of like an energy like that. So someone was like top flight security for like celebrities or something like that. That's what I was feeling. They could have not been security. It could be one person out of this energy. If y'all see this video, someone could be the promoter, one could be the manager, one could be security, one could be like the owner or management of the establishment, because it was a nice building. It was like it was nice. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this here. I feel like from that dream, somebody's gonna be getting some knowledge that someone close to them did some very unwise things to where they might have to watch themselves of being caught up in it. So they might need to distance themselves or figure out some things, because if that person goes down and they was already being watched, and that's the feeling that I was getting, that's why they ran up to the job, like they was trying to get away quick. So they went to go tell that person before they like go off somewhere, because it was like they was running from two different entities. They was running from the people that they was securing the bag with, because obviously if they don't do something unwise like that, they wasn't doing that alone, but they wasn't doing it with the person they was supposed to be with either, because they just talked to them casually, but probably saw their face, like how it was at this event, saw their face and realized that they're not into stuff like that. So they worked with other people to secure the bag, and they secured it the wrong way. And there's consequences to that. And now basically Judgment Day is here for them. So, as I said again, and I'm going to end it with this, use the word build. When you want to grow something, a business, a relationship, friendship, whatever, say, I want to be in building mode, not hustle mode. Because even though this hustle mode card says grinding hard, ambitious drive, determined effort, sleep can wait. First of all, when you're building, you have to make sure you have your sleep. You have to have the proper rest, because self-love is important. If you look up the definition of hustle is generally working energetically and rapidly, often with a drive for success, sometimes involving aggressive or slightly dishonest tactics. Also describes busy, noisy city life. But like I said, with that, so the aggressive means or slang for hustle is to get something through energetic, sometimes dishonest means, or for a, I don't know why it has this in it, the definition, but it says prostitute to solicit clients. So kind of like what they do. So, and then there's another part of the definition where it's talking about it can but not limited to including frauding and scamming and stuff. So make sure you choose your words wisely. Make sure you choose your company wisely. I don't care how long you've known someone, you got to make sure if you want to be with someone, like you got to be up on what they into. If someone tells you something, what's that saying? Believe half of what you hear and none of what you see, or something like that. Or it might be vice versa. Because if this is anybody's story, you're going to really have to protect yourself, because this person, they got some karma due. So love y'all, and I hope this helps. Peace.